Subscribe to Hard to Find Media on youtube.com/Hard to Find Media Network. This shit is free. Share it. Blast it. Fuck it.
Hello, you're listening to KAOP AM 1045, Seattle's hottest AM station.
The only AM station, I think.
I think we've run out all the competition.
Yep.
Hey, Hollow Earth Radio. Fuck you.
They're going to FM. They're going to FM.
Yeah, sellouts. My name's Danny.
I'm Joseph.
And this is Accents on Purpose, a weekly radio show where we cover all the music of Seattle, the Pacific Northwest, and beyond.
Yeah, that's true.
That's true. Joseph, how are you doing?
I'm doing pretty well, except for I'm not at all. I'm really sad. I found out that Ubu Roy is breaking up.
Oh, really?
Yeah? You didn't see that on the internet today?
I tried to stay off the internet today.
Why?
I had a lot of stuff to do. I had to go to Seattle Central. I had to
you need to focus.
I had to go to Mercer Middle School.
Yeah.
Doing a lot of work.
What? Okay, whoa, bragger. No, they're breaking up because Sam and Colin are moving away, and they released their record online for free, which is cool, and it's really good, but I'm sad about it.
Do you think it's the Accents on Purpose curse?
I do, yeah, because they were on the show like a year ago. How long ago was it?
About a year ago, yeah.
Yeah, and Matt was one of our first guests.
Yeah. Anyways, I'm a little bummed.
Why?
Well,
I didn't really ask you how you're doing, though.
You didn't.
Danny, how you doing?
I'm a little bummed.
Yeah.
I don't know if anyone knows this, but we did not win a Grammy.
For best podcast.
I'm really upset that I bought a tuxedo.
Yeah.
I flew to Los Angeles, and I was able to get into the Grammys. And I just wish someone would have told me that there's no category for best podcast, because I feel like I wasted a lot of time.
Yeah, I mean, you could have just asked me about that. I would have told you.
I wanted to surprise you with the trophy.
Oh, that's cool. I would have loved if I had come back and you had made a microphone out of the trophy.
Oh, like taking the Grammy and turning it into a microphone?
Yeah.
That's good, because then it's not wasting space. It's something.
Exactly.
But speaking of the Accents on Purpose curse and the Grammys,
Yeah.
I don't know if you've been paying attention to the news lately.
What?
But remember a year ago we did a Grammy show where
Oh, yeah, we did.
we looked at the best song. We went back 10 years and then listened to the best song, or the
Yeah.
song that won.
What episode is that? It's one with Nicole.
It's the one with Nicole. I can't remember what.
Look it up.
Look it up.
listeners. And then email us which one it is.
But anyways, we talked a lot about Rob Thomas because
Oh,
he
yeah.
won a Grammy with
That's
Carlos
right.
Santana
Yeah.
for what is Smooth.
Smooth, yeah. It's so smooth.
So Rob Thomas got into some trouble.
What did he do?
He was in Australia
Oof.
playing a show, and he said that he had jet lag, and he said his cure for jet lag was to drink until he thought he was an Australian,
Ooh.
then drink
what?
more until he thought he was a black Australian, and then drink more until he thought he was an Australian little girl.
He said this on stage?
He said this
or-
on stage, and then the next day released a statement saying that he didn't intend it to be racist, and that he was going to reflect over this. I think, and his fans are really upset with him.
His fans.
Okay, and so that's it. I think the bigger issue that no one's talking about
Is that he-
there's Rob Thomas
Yeah.
fans, and I think that racism is a very important issue that we should deal with.
But so is Rob
But
Thomas.
so is Rob Thomas, and the fact that he has fans, I think, is more of a.
Yeah,
I would
that's
be,
pretty insulting.
That should,
It's also insulting that anyone's reporting on him.
well, it's someone on stage saying something horribly racist. So,
Yeah, that's true.
The news sites I go to, that's fucking gold. But Joseph, Grammys, Slammies, Blammies, that's all done. We
Yeah.
didn't win. Maybe next year.
No, not next year. It's not going to
Do you think
happen.
we can get a Tony?
No. There is a thing called like Podfest where they hand out awards, but
that's-
we're never going to go to that.
That's too commercial.
Yeah. Very few people know about it.
Joseph, do you enjoy great rock and roll music?
I do love great rock and roll music.
Well, Seattle's hottest band just happens to be in the studio.
What?
Casual
there they
Hex.
are. Hey, look at that.
Casual Hex is here, fresh off of their somewhat disastrous tour, from what I understand. Would you folks introduce yourself and say your name and what instrument you play?
I'm Jessie. I play bass. I'm Erica. I play guitar and sing.
I'm Nick. I play drums.
Cool. Welcome, guys. Thanks for coming on.
Thanks.
So now, for people who have not heard your band, the way I think I would describe it would be kind of like a horror movie. Is that the way to would you feel like
They're all about to leave.
I know. I don't know, like a good
I'm
horror-
into that.
Okay. I like
Yeah,
horror
yeah.
movies. Because I mean, besides having like a very like sludgy, scary bass, you have distortion, or I don't know if it's even distortion on your vocals. Your vocals don't sound like you're speaking now.
Totally, yeah. I use like an octave down pedal, so it runs like my vocals clean and then has this like underlying, like very scary sort of monster voice going
Scary
on.
monster voice,
Yeah.
horror
Yeah.
movie, vindication.
That's great. I don't. Okay, I agree with you. I just thought you insulted our guests. That's all.
No, not at all.
I was actually kind of hoping that you were going to bring that with you and be like,
I should.
yeah,
I
he's
do
like-
have it right there, actually. I'm like, I only speak with that.
Publicly.
Gary needs 24-hour notice if there's going to be any effects.
Even though it's just the pedal.
Yeah.
He has a hard time with those.
It's union rules.
Union rules.
So now, when you were putting together the band, did you know that was going to be something that you're going to do, or did that just kind of like come about? Or
The vocal effects?
yeah, or did you have the vocal effects and then you found these two?
I had that idea in my head for a while that I wanted to do that, and then found the right pedal and just
Yeah.
went for it.
We had a band before this that
We
we
did.
used.
We used a
vocal
couple
effects.
different vocal
That was fun.
effects.
Yeah,
What was that band?
it was called Pentaglam.
Pentaglam?
Yeah,
Was that here in Seattle?
It was. We didn't play we kind of played a lot of shows, but only at the Josephine.
That's Josephine.
We had like a good like 16, 18-year-old following for a minute there.
Nice.
And then they grew up.
Yeah. And the Josephine stopped having shows, so we
Yeah.
really lost our whole base there.
Wait, so take it back. Before you guys had a pedal for your vocals, where are you all from and like how did you meet? That's what I want to know. And now.
So okay,
Oh,
so
Jesus.
Sorry, we have a burping dinosaur in the.
So Jessie and I are both from Maryland, and I was best friends with her younger brother, like in sixth grade, starting in sixth grade, and then Jessie was like the cool older sister, and we
You said was.
still is, definitely still is. And then it's funny, Jessie and I actually had guitar class together in high school. We would play like weird classical songs and like
Jimmy Buffett.
Jimmy Buffett, like
Wait, classical and Jimmy Buffett?
Yeah, it was a mixture. The teacher was.
Not only is it a
interesting
mixture,
dude.
that's the fucking spectrum.
It was actually
you were
classical
It's like he
renditions
had
of
to teach
Jimmy
classical,
Buffett.
but wanted to teach Jimmy Buffett.
So you were wasting
Yeah.
away again in Margarita.
Totally. There was like tropical vibes, but we were like still blasting out classical. It was cool.
I almost feel like you're lying to me, but I don't
I'm
think
not,
you
I'm
are.
literally
Why
not.
would they lie about
No,
that?
it's
Because that
so
just
real.
seems really weird.
It was pretty weird.
Yeah.
Did the teacher have a Hawaiian shirt?
He
Close.
he
He
should
wore
have.
like snakeskin boots, and he would wear like a collared shirt, like buttoned down halfway.
Yeah.
Would he give you flyers for his shows that his bands were playing?
I think
He told us
did.
about
Ooh,
that.
my history
For
teacher
sure.
did that all the time. And I really did go see it once, and it was terrible.
It'd be funny if like they were handing back papers, like your graded papers, and there was a paper
Flyers?
clip with like a quarter flyer attached to it. Just the cool kids.
Oh, that would be tight.
But anyway, so
So
Yeah.
Maryland,
So
cool older
great.
sister.
Yeah. So we had like dreams of playing music together since we were like I was 16, you were
Yeah.
maybe a little bit older, or I was 15. I don't even know.
Yeah.
It's crazy though. We have sort of like a love story here between the three of us because Nick's from Florida, and the day I moved here. This is kind of a long story.
that's fine. We have an hour.
Okay, so Nick went to school.
Or we could be genuinely interested in what they have to say. Oh,
This is really interesting.
I want to hear it.
It's awesome.
I want to hear it. Let's go.
Okay, Nick went to college with my best friend from high school, who Jessie used to work with at a cafe. And she was like, you should meet my friend Nick, he just moved to Seattle. So I get to Seattle, we hit up Nick, literally the day I move here. We all meet, the three of us, on Capitol Hill. We end up going back to the spot that Jesse and I were living at. And we ended up jamming till like 4 a.m. Nick was like bleeding out on the bass, and
It was pretty terrible, but we were just like
Yeah.
drunk and like literally jamming for like 4 hours, I think.
Yeah.
it was sick. And then it was just
It's all
So
history.
you're
okay,
running.
Yeah, the rest
okay, well,
is-
let me ask you this. The next day when you all woke up, were you all like, did they have as much fun as I did? Because this is like a musical one night stand if I've ever heard one. And so I was just wondering, was there any like question about like, I mean, yeah, we were having fun, right? Everyone.
It would suck if one of you was like, "You guys want to start a band?" The other two was like, "What are you talking about?"
No.
I remember
I
the
think we should
next
just be friends.
the next day, like walking home and calling my friend and like being really excited to meet you guys, and being ashamed at how excited I was to meet you guys. And
It does suck when you have like a friend crush and you're worried that like someone won't like you back as much as you.
I think we were all equally into it. We were like,
Yeah.
that was so awesome.
yeah.
He bled out on the bass.
Yeah.
Yet you didn't title a record that.
Blood out on the face.
Not
But
yet.
yeah.
Yeah.
So why did you decide to abandon that project and do this project?
Oh, it's a long story.
Which means your last story actually wasn't that long.
Yes.
We have an hour as someone previously stated.
you want the real
She
story?
decided to date one of the other members.
Yeah.
So
And I went south.
If you were that member, email us at accentsonpurposepodcast@gmail.com.
But,
I like all sides to all stories.
But also, we were kind of sick of that project because we weren't playing good music. Like the whole thing about Pentagram was we would wear fake blood and we would like put on onesies or like prom dresses, wedding
Yeah,
dresses,
wedding
and just like
dress time.
scream. And we realized how fucking annoying we were, but you know it was fun.
Yeah.
But
It
then
was
after
fun.
that happened with, you know, that other person, then we were like, what if we tried to make music that we like and that I don't know,
That's a fun
try to get better at it.
epiphany to have.
yeah. Yeah.
So you just recently
I don't know
released
this
Fleshed Out.
We did,
your EP recorded at the Office Space.
Totally.
How was that?
It was cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who recorded you there?
Ian Christ.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
I think he's
Yeah.
the only one.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think
Oh,
so.
Gabe doesn't do anything there?
He like rents a studio there.
Oh,
but, yeah.
okay.
But doesn't he doesn't record.
Ian Christ of Health Problems.
Yes.
Yeah, for listeners who like
R.I.P.
Seattle bands. Yeah.
Yeah.
R.I.P., yeah. Now you recently, to support that release, that you released yourself, correct?
No, we actually put it out with a local label called Half Shell Records.
Oh.
Oh, I'm
Yeah.
unfamiliar with them. Tell us about them.
What else? What other great releases do they have?
They released
You don't know who your label mates are.
Nixon Tooth, which is a project that actually one of the dudes who does the label, it's his thing.
Who's that? Who doesn't?
Daniel? His name's Daniel?
His name is Daniel. I love Daniel.
Yeah.
Who doesn't know Daniel?
I don't trust him.
He's a cool dude. Have you heard
Yeah, that's
Lilac?
great.
He released Lilac.
Oh, yeah,
yeah,
okay. Yeah, I
She does
know
like an
Lilac.
electronic thing.
Umber
Sleeping? It's like a band in
Yeah.
Tacoma. They're pretty cool.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. I think his focus is like weird stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Are you glad that
Wait.
you're lumped in with that, or?
Wait, so did you approach him or did he approach you?
How did that happen?
I think he approached us. I think you told me that.
Wined and dined you?
What was the signing
No,
bonus?
because we recorded with Jeff Traeger.
Oh, Jeff Traeger.
for
Jeff
our
Traeger, who's-
first album.
Yeah.
The first thing we recorded, and then
He was in
Were they in
Nixon
Swamp Meat
Tooth.
today?
yeah, they were.
They
in
were
a
also
band
in Swamp
together.
Meat if you heard
Yeah.
that band. I don't
No.
know.
Yeah, fly
It's just a link of.
So yeah, Jeff
No, this is
Traeger
good. These are all like.
Web
These are a ton
It's
of
a
bands
mess.
Yeah, because when we were recording, Jeff was like, "Yeah, if you just talk to Daniel, like I'm sure he would release this."
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we did, and he did.
Yeah, I remember he talked to Daniel for us. Yeah.
Yeah.
But then you threw away those recordings?
No,
Oh,
they're
no,
still
we
up
did.
on
We did.
Bandcamp.
That was Sex Cells.
Oh.
That was
Oh.
the first album, which we ended up re-recording a lot of the songs for or like 3 of them for Fleshed Out, just because.
Based on our performance.
Yeah, we weren't happy with our like timing and whatnot. The recordings were cool. It was
Yeah.
just we didn't like how we
Jeff
played.
did
Yeah.
a really good job.
Yeah,
Good job, Jeff.
yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks, Jeff.
Jeff, if you want a job, no,
yeah,
we could use some help in the studio.
we could.
Yeah, we could. So anyway, so to promote this release, you went on a tour with
did.
apparently was not the most fun time.
It was awesome.
It
pretty
was
fun.
the sickest like trip I've ever gone on.
It was
Yeah.
our first
Yeah.
tour, so it was like more than what we expected.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
it was definitely fun. There were some bumps though.
Yeah,
Tell us about the
literal
bumps. Tell us about the good times and the bumps.
Okay, the shows were sick.
The
Like,
shows were stacked
Yeah.
and it was so fun. Everyone
Yeah.
was so nice.
yeah, we played like 3 shows with one of our favorite bands called Own. They're from Santa Rosa.
Okay.
The lead dude uses a similar vocal pedal too.
Nice.
Yeah.
Own, how do you spell O-W-N?
OVVN.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I've seen that name around. I did not know that's how
Totally.
you
Yeah,
said it.
not oven.
Yeah, I almost said oven.
I
I
thought
thought it was
oven
oven
too.
for a
Yeah,
while
yeah,
too.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why they're not returning my emails because I keep feeling oven.
Yeah.
Have you 2 thought about having a rap battle?
A rap battle.
With the
With the
pedals.
pedals.
The pedals.
Oh, we should probably.
Well, so one funny thing about you using the pedal was when you played the tour kickoff at the Black Lodge, you needed a bass, and you were like,
So you- Yeah, that was pretty good.
She's like, thanks for hanging in there. Yeah, that was also the icing on the cake.
yeah,
Tour kickoff show. My input to my bass just like isn't working when we had used it the night before at practice. So
I was gonna
okay.
borrow an amp from someone for the tour just because I wanted to like something smaller.
Yeah.
And literally the day before that broke.
Oh,
So
God.
do you think that with this tour, do you think someone maybe threw a hex on it?
Oh, I don't get
Maybe
it.
we threw our own hex on it. I don't
From
know.
what I've heard, it was a pretty typical first tour. I mean, I've heard a lot of.
Minus the car accident.
Well, yeah.
Did you get robbed and get into a car
We
accident?
did.
in separate
Yeah,
incidences?
totally.
But possibly the same person?
It was not.
Wow.
Do you have proof?
Yes.
Because I have some evidence in that bag saying otherwise.
Wait, so start with the getting robbed. Did getting robbed happen first, I imagine?
It
Yeah.
did, yeah. It sucked because it was the one night that I split up from the 2 of them. I was like, I'm gonna go hang out with my friend in San Francisco that I haven't seen in a while. I parked on 20th and Guerrero, which is like heart of the mission. Didn't take anything out of the car because I'm an idiot, I guess, thinking that like this is a safe area.
Yeah.
And sure enough, I had a bad feeling actually. I woke up in the middle of the night and I heard car windows getting smashed, but I thought it was a dream or someone was like going through the trash.
Yeah.
And I had a really bad feeling. I'm walking to the car and I'm like, oh, it looks like the back window's fogged or something. And then I walk over and I'm like, no, it's smashed. It's just the car's wide open.
Oh.
And then I did a quick look and I was like, nothing was stolen. Like it looks
Yeah.
like they didn't take anything. And I was just like still panicked though because there's just like glass all over the place. I get back and meet up with them. We realized the shirts had been taken, like our merch,
Yeah.
which is like great, thanks.
Yeah.
They didn't take. So at that period of time, we were like, okay, they only took the shirts. We've been blessed. Like the
Yeah.
rest of the gear's there.
I mean, mine is having to pay $350
Yeah.
to replace the windshield.
Right. So we did that. We had to spend the day getting that repaired, and apparently it's just so common that windows are smashed there that they even have services that like drive out and bring
Yeah.
the glass.
Wow. Huh.
Yeah. So next time we just we just put that into the tour cost, like
Yeah.
$350 for the broken window in San Francisco,
Good God.
or maybe we take the gear out of the car. But
So they didn't take any gear?
so then we go to play a show that night, and I'm going to set up on the stage, and I'm like, where's my pedal bag?
Oh,
And we're
man.
like,
Literally happened as we were like.
We-
getting
yeah,
ready to
literally,
play.
we're like, yeah. And I was just like, fuck. Like,
That was like a meltdown moment.
it was. Yeah, I felt emotional. And then I was like, I'm gonna
Especially because the vocal pedal was
the vocal pedal.
Yeah,
So
which
I just,
is, yeah.
I played raw.
Did you?
Whoa.
I did play raw.
Are you worried that show is bootlegged and that's going to be put out there?
I actually felt okay about it,
Okay.
surprisingly. It was fine.
Yeah.
I borrowed
It
some
went
pedals from the other people and the other bands, and it was fine, but it felt weird.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we were just sad.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a bummer.
Yeah. All I could think about was money, you know.
So okay, the pedals, I guess I can understand stealing because that's something they could resell. Fucking, what are they gonna do with all like a bunch of?
I think it was just like everything in a bag.
Everything that was on the
Yeah,
top of
yeah,
their
anything
bags,
could-
they just
could
grabbed.
carry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So do you think like within like 2 days there was just a large amount of people walking around with their t-shirts?
I like
I think
on?
everybody in the
That's
mission
kind
is
of-
walking
yeah.
casual hex.
Or there's
That's
just
the best
one
case
person that
scenario.
doesn't have to wash their shirt for a really long time.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, you really love that casual hex shirt. It's not the same shirt.
I keep having this image of like when you're going through a thrift store, like t-shirt section, and you just see like a line of like
Oh,
10 of the same
Yeah.
shirt from like a
I would
barbecue.
love if that guy tried to like walk into like a red light or something and just be like, I have like 50 casual hex
They're
shirts.
vintage. This band's from the 70s. What are you talking about, man?
That sucks. Especially did you have to like buy all new pedals?
I did, yeah.
That's a ton of money.
It was, yeah. I mean, luckily I don't have too many pedals, but
Yeah.
it sucked when I got back. We still had one more show in Vancouver. Luckily, this only happened when we had like 2 more shows left.
Yeah.
So I scrambled and like we had a night in Seattle, so I went to Trading Musician and bought just like an octave down guitar pedal.
Yeah.
And it wasn't the same by any means. And I played a couple shows with it and I hated it. And I ended up returning it and getting like the actual thing I use. But
That's cool.
yeah, it was a pain. Just like cables are expensive. Like
They are. It adds up
Yeah.
fast. I once got my entire. It was the one night I didn't take gear out of my car, and I got my whole pedal box like taken, and I had an octave pedal and a bunch of other things, and it was like $400 or something.
Totally,
with
yeah,
the, with the
easy.
cables.
Yeah, for
it
sure.
sucked. Hated it.
Yeah.
That's why I don't use pedals.
That's true. Yeah, Danny's never used pedals in
That's
in
cool.
his work.
But I don't play any music, so it makes
Okay.
it very easy.
Yeah.
Nor does he drive.
I don't. No, I do. What? I drive a Cartigo every once in a while.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know that you can use Cartigos in Vancouver?
I didn't. Wait, which
Awesome.
Vancouver?
Not BC.
BC?
Yeah. I was really, really excited to do that.
When did you go there?
A little bit ago.
Okay.
Does it charge you Canadian dollars or US dollars?
It charges you Canadian
That's
dollars,
tight.
but then there's a weird, like, your credit card company charges you a small international transaction fee.
Okay.
What credit card company do you use?
What?
What's
I'm,
your credit?
what? Why are you?
What's your credit card number?
This is not a money show.
What's up?
The money show comes in
What kind of
after
APR
us.
financing do you get?
But no, I don't know. I guess I guess I'm just very childish. But like to be in Vancouver and just be able to use a Cartigo is like this is kind of cool. Back to your tour. Back to your tour. And the thing is, I made a mistake because I thought they drove on the other side of the road.
No, you didn't.
No, I didn't.
Oh. I almost believed you, yeah.
So then,
Speaking of Vancouver.
speaking of driving on the wrong side of the road.
Yes, basically. That's where the car accident went down. It was literally.
Which one was driving?
I was driving. Yeah.
Oof,
Thanks a lot.
It was.
Come on, guys.
Yeah.
No.
It was our last show. I remember we played at this venue and it was a very late show. Like, I was so tired and just burnt out from the whole tour, and we're waiting to leave, because we had to follow a friend back to their house. And so I'm like so tired, I'm almost like crying. And I wasn't drinking, so I drove the car and fall on a friend, super tired, get to an intersection. The person I'm following stops at the stop sign, and they have in Canada like intersections where there's 2 stop signs and then there's a light, but it's just green flashing, so it's like a constant go. And it only turns if someone like hits the crosswalk thing.
Yeah.
So he stopped at the stop sign, I stopped at the stop sign. There was also like a bunch of cars parked, so the blind spot was pretty bad. So I inched out, thought I didn't see any cars, and then I went for it, and then I saw a car coming, but I thought that they were far enough in the distance that they definitely weren't going to hit us, but they didn't even put on their brakes at all.
Oh, weird.
And just T-boned the shit out of us.
Yeah.
And terrifying.
Spun around.
The car
you
spun
spun
around like
around.
3 times
Jesus.
apparently, but we didn't realize that. And so when we got out of the car finally, our friends like saw it. They stopped and like I'm sure thought we like were seriously injured. I wasn't sure if we were seriously injured or not either at first.
Yeah.
Jeez.
And yeah, I was pretty like felt messed up. I was like, is anything broken? I don't know. Like my
Yeah.
back hurt so bad. He got like serious whiplash.
Yeah.
Her back was messed up too.
Jesus.
And then we got out of the car and the paramedics come and the police come and they're asking us like what happened, and we all were telling them the wrong story because we
Yeah.
didn't know that the car had spun. So where the car ended up made it so confusing. Like we
Yeah.
didn't
Yeah.
It
know
was like,
what
the guy
happened.
ran the stop sign, you didn't stop! Like, everyone that we were following were like, that's not it.
But our friends like didn't say anything.
I couldn't remember who was in the car.
That was scary.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah, that was scary.
Yeah, but he didn't. They said he didn't get a concussion, so the paramedics
Did
looked.
they?
They did. But they checked. The paramedics looked at us. They asked us if we wanted to go to the hospital, but we said no
Yeah.
because we didn't want to. We didn't.
Hey.
Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty much.
What was the other guy? Like, who was driving the
It's a
other?
taxi driver.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow.
Taxi or Uber?
Taxi.
Okay.
Real
Interesting.
deal.
I didn't know they
Yeah,
had taxis in Canada.
they do.
Taxi, no passenger.
Well,
Yeah.
well, that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't speak to him at all. I was too
Oh, really?
like.
I didn't
You're like
get a
not-
look at
I don't even know what he
taxi.
looks like.
His car
I,
looked okay compared to mine.
What's he
but I
wearing?
don't know.
4 casual Hex t-shirts.
That's a good question.
Wait, so what? Yeah, what kind of car were you driving? Let's get the details.
Well, we took my tiny Hyundai Accent hatchback on tour, so it was
Nice.
like Tetris style in there. But yeah, he just like hit us on the side and basically just like T-boned us in the car. When I like went back and looked at it at the lot after it had been towed, like the inside was crunched, like the door inside it was like the plastic was broke, and it just
Oh.
kind of looked like it was like a V kind of, but from the side.
Yeah.
So what happened to the car? Is it just
Total.
It was totaled, yeah.
Yeah, airbags went off. It's the first time I've been in a car where airbags went
Whoa.
off. Just the
Yeah.
Did it
side
hurt?
ones, though. Yeah, it
Yeah.
hurt really bad. Yeah.
I fear being in a car where airbags go off. I know it's supposed to like
oh, the
save your life.
airbags. The
but-
airbags hurt. I don't even know.
So
You
they
hit- did
were,
you hit your head?
Yeah, so they were. I didn't even know these airbags existed, but airbags that come out
Yeah.
to cover the window.
yeah.
So
tight.
when my head hit the window, I guess I hit airbag.
Still
Yeah.
hard though, probably.
Yeah, totally. But
Do you think you could ever watch that Aerosmith video again? The one where the kids drive the car. And
Oh, yeah.
Crashes.
Probably
Edward
not.
Furlong?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. It's a horrible video.
Wait, you're asking them and you're looking at me. I always think of that scene in Demolition Man when they get into a car
Oh.
accident and then all the foam comes in and it's like he has to break out of it, and that really seems
Do you
like
need to watch
cool.
Demolition Man after this?
I mean, could you before? It's pretty terrible.
I haven't seen it.
Yeah.
Sylvester
Yeah.
Stallone and Wesley Snipes in a dystopian future with Sandra
Oh,
Bullock.
Yeah.
Sounds kind of cool.
It's worth a watch. It's a bad movie, but it's one of the
Okay.
first Jack Black movies he's ever in. He's not really in it. He's in the background.
Oh, cool.
Hey, he's in that?
Yeah, he's a henchman. He is always standing like to the right of Dennis Leary or whatever.
Huh. You know, Jack Black is also in Enemy of the State.
Yeah.
I just realized.
Yeah,
recently.
and the Jackal. He creates.
the Jackal?
Yeah, he creates the weapon for him, and then he's like, "Run!" and he shoots him, and he shoots his arms, all his limbs off. And whenever that was on TV, whenever I watched that movie, I turned it off at that point. I always try to get past it. It freaked me out.
So wait, what was the movie that broke Jack Black? Was it High Fidelity?
Yeah.
Should we have a pre-High Fidelity Jack Black movie marathon? Just
Yeah,
all,
that's fine. Yeah,
just all the
Yeah.
movies. Because he was in Jesus' Son, which that's a cool movie, and he's awesome in that.
I don't know that movie. I'm so sorry.
It's really good.
Yeah.
We should watch it someday.
Okay.
Our Jack Black pre-High Fidelity
Yeah,
movie
yeah.
marathon.
Well, that's funny because he's like barely in. He doesn't have a line in Demolition
Fine with
Man.
that. Fine with that. Go on IMDb. Go to Scarecrow.
Okay,
We do this.
that's fair enough.
So what? Were you gonna say something?
Oh no.
Oh, okay.
What did you just say?
I looked over and she lifted her head. So
I was
thought-
ready. I was
Oh,
prepared
you're ready for the question?
like the next thing.
So,
Wait.
so how'd you get home? Like, what? You went to someone's house afterwards?
We did, yeah. I had a hard time walking. Nick was really messed up. We both were not doing hot at all.
Yeah.
For a whole we both were out of work for a week afterwards, just
I
because
was more than a
more
week.
than that.
I'm not
Yeah.
surprised.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Now I feel that our listeners, which is almost all of Greater Seattle would want to give you folks some money to help deal with this problem. Is there any way that they could possibly do that coming up this week?
There actually are good friends in a band in Canada, Weed. My friend Will contacted our friend JJ, who's in VATS, and JJ hit up Ian at Office Space, and they're actually having a benefit show for us on Friday.
Oh my goodness!
Yeah. Really, really sweet.
So
like
sweet.
honestly, the sweetest thing.
Yeah.
So is it just gonna be straight up bands, or are you gonna do some like a cakewalk?
A raffle.
Are there gonna be rides where you can like recreate the car crash?
Totally, yes. No, it's actually a stacked lineup. Weed's playing. I don't know if you guys are familiar with
Yeah,
that band.
no.
Yeah, Weed's playing. Strange Wilds are playing.
Wow.
Hoop, and then Night Space.
Nice.
Yeah.
I'm so I love Weed. I'm like super into them.
I
And
refuse to be on the radio show.
they have several times, but really
refuse?
politely.
They
very
just say that
politely.
when they come to Seattle, they have a lot of shit to do, and so they don't have time.
I wish I would do it now.
what?
Maybe. I don't know.
Nah, that's fine.
Okay.
But I
Should we just go there with our portable microphones
sure.
and just like corner
Just
them?
be like, hey,
Yeah.
now
Cardi
you're
go
gonna
there.
need to do this.
But we've talked about them a lot, and they say that they like it, but they just won't ever come on. But I'm going to do something else that night that I have tickets for, and I'm really mad because afterwards I found out that Weed's playing.
What is that?
It's a show at the Neptune. I'm going to see David Bazan in American football, and I'm really excited about that. But
Very good.
yeah,
What-
I'd rather go to this show, but I paid like an amount of money for it.
Right,
already.
yeah.
But you know, if you go to that show, the money you pay is tax deductible.
Is that true?
The benefit show.
Oh, I don't know how to
Just to-
deduct anything from my
Totally
taxes.
tax.
So that's what's funny is that I have another job that we're not going to talk about, but because of that job, I sometimes have to go to like benefit auctions. And what's funny is this one that I go to every year.
Why can't we talk about that job?
Well, 'cause I don't want people finding out, showing up at my office. But
I mean, that's true. He does work in an office.
Every time this one place that has this dinner that I go to every year, there's always a great show that night, and I don't have time to change, so I always have to go to a
Oh,
show.
yeah.
Like in a like a
Is that
basic.
this week?
Yeah, it's this Friday. It's this
Yeah.
Friday. Yeah, and
Yeah,
so
he'll
after-
show up at the show in like such.
Business
The last
casual?
time he did it, I'm like, I don't want to hang out with
No,
you.
we took a picture.
Yeah, but I hated it. You look you look like a narc or something.
No, because a narc wouldn't go to a show.
Yeah,
in a
you
suit.
look like an idiot. I don't know. No, you look
Whoa.
handsome. You look handsome.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry that
You
I
look
clean
handsome.
up well.
You do clean up well. You should see him when he shaves.
Everything. So anyway, I will be at your show. If you're not sure, just look for the guy wearing a suit and tie.
True.
Maybe not the only one.
You think I'm gonna show? I'm not.
No, not
I'm
you.
sorry.
No. I thought maybe Ian Savonis would show up or something like that. So okay, let's say Universal Studios buys the rights to Casual Hacks. Who is going to play each of you in the movie?
Matthew McConaughey.
That's actually pretty
That's
good.
not too bad.
Yeah, I love that.
And the thing is, like now, that's kind of cool. Like,
Yeah.
like five years ago, that would be lame.
Yeah, but now everyone would be like, that's awesome.
He's in really good movies.
Yeah.
And TV shows.
Yeah.
It's like, alright. Casual Hicks, man.
Yeah, I love being the drummer.
We're going up to Canada. I hope we don't get in no accidents. I gotta think about my whole life before I drive up to Canada.
Okay, now you're mixing movies.
I like to think of like Curly Sue, but like of her still as a
Oh,
child.
very good reference.
That's amazing.
That's great. That's the last movie John Hughes wrote and directed.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Oh, cool. It was full of facts.
I don't know. One time someone told me I look like a young Dolly Parton.
Fuck it, Dolly Parton now. That would be
But I had
awesome.
brown hair too.
I don't
I-
feel like you
I don't
do
see that.
at all.
I didn't get it at all, but
Yeah.
I'm just gonna throw it out there.
That would be amazing if Dolly Parton tried to play some.
I would love with the vocal thing and just like,
And she insisted on using a banjo and not a guitar.
Whoa.
that'd be pretty cool.
That and also Matthew McConaughey and Dolly Parton hanging out together. I almost said Donahue.
Donahue. Oh man.
That's not too bad. That's a pretty good movie.
That's a good lineup, yeah. I'd watch that movie. If you could have anyone direct it, or like what would the title be? What's the tagline?
I wish I knew more about directors.
What if Wes Anderson directed that?
No.
I mean, because it'd be crazy weird.
No, no.
Wes Craven.
That's
Yeah.
good. Oh.
Maybe because their band sounds like a horror movie.
Okay, Danny, where do you get your clothes?
Well, usually sometimes people like you're just like walking down the street and you're like, wow, there's a pair of pants there. I wonder if I could wash those.
No. I had a roommate that used to do that all the time.
Like free pile status?
No, just like in a bush.
We would we lived in a forest, and every now and then he would come in with like a sweater or something, kicked him out, and be like, "Look what I found!" And he'd wash it and he'd wear it all the time, which I guess is fine, but
No, it's not.
It freaked me out. I hated it.
No, that's fine.
It'd be weird because it'd be like not you. Bed bugs might. I don't know. Deer ticks.
Deer ticks. What else?
Ants. So at the record store I work at, the other day, someone brought in a box of records. I wasn't there for this, but someone brought in a box of records, and they pulled one out, and they pulled the record to look at it, and there was ants. And they were just like, get out, go, get the fuck out. And even though the guy was only in for like a minute, the rest of the day I was like fucking finding ants everywhere. It fucking pissed me off.
One time at my work, someone brought in, because I work at a grocery store, they brought in their own bags, and I opened one up to put stuff in, and there was a bunch of cat poop in it. And they were like, I was like, oh, there's poop in here. And they were like, oh, I carry my cat around in it. Like, I think it was, like, they just like grabbed it, they weren't ashamed or like looking down, they just like looked at me, I carry my cat around in it. I was just like, okay. Like, but they were like a pretty suburban, like normal looking person. I don't know, it was weird.
What would be weird is if they said, I don't have a cat. That would be crazy. Something I'm going to ask you folks is, what are your plans for the future?
Both personal, professional.
Have you done your taxes? How much money do you
No.
make?
No, I need to do that actually.
I'm so behind on any like
I do it,
paperwork
like, the
type
Do you guys
stuff.
use like H&R Block or TurboTax?
The library offers that free service.
That's true?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have like 7 W-2s this year too.
Whoa.
I used H&R Block last year.
Did you pay like $100?
No.
Dude,
I don't
TurboTax is
remember.
free.
But I got some money back and it never came, and I
Scams.
just never called about it.
There's websites out there where you can go online and enter some info, and they'll tell you if there's any unclaimed money that you have out there. Like one time I worked a job like 5 years ago that I quit on the second day, and I never
Was that
got.
that paint place?
Yeah, and it's true. They wanted me to match paint, and I was like, I'm colorblind, and they were like, okay. So I quit. But it turned out I had $150 from them, and they sent it. So that'll probably be on there.
I feel like I should get 10% of that.
Why? That was before I even knew you.
Finder's fee.
I didn't know you at the time.
But seriously, when do you just released a release? How soon do you think you're gonna
You released the.
Well, because it wasn't a
Release.
record. It wasn't a record.
It
It's an
wasn't.
EP.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Keep
Yeah,
going.
we're gonna start working on doing a full length. So hope to whip that out as soon as possible, honestly.
We have a
But
lot
we're
of
playing
shows.
so many shows in the next couple months.
We came
You
back
seem
from
upset
tour.
about that.
Well, no, it's cool. It's cool. It's just like I feel like you play too many and then people stop coming. You know, they're like, oh, we can just see them next week, and why would we go to this one?
Yeah.
Somewhat how I see things sometimes.
Right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
totally.
The shows are cool though, so it's hard to say no. But we literally have like 4 weekends in a row, and then like one
All in
weekend.
Are you playing with like cool, like touring bands?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
the
cool.
traveling
Yeah, I was just about to make that joke. Damn it.
Yeah.
This
we-
band we played with in San Francisco called Toyota.
Yeah.
It was really great. We're playing with them at Victory Lounge. When is that?
That's during Sticker's last show at Black Lodge.
Oh,
We'll
yeah.
be playing at Victory.
Oh.
We're doing like a staggered
Cool.
set thing.
That's
so if
cool.
you guys go to that,
I will be
Yeah.
there.
I
I'll
think
be
if you
there.
pay for Black Lodge, you get to go into
Yeah.
Victory. So
Yeah. What day is that?
the March 25th.
March 25th?
Yeah.
Their second to last show, which if you're listening to this when it comes out, is Wednesday. It's this Wednesday.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Tomorrow at Chop Suey.
Oh fuck! It's tomorrow. Oh, that's right. We usually record on Fridays.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm all
With
fucked up.
Display and Boyfriends.
Yeah.
And Display took like a little hiatus. They're like, I think maybe we all can say one of our favorite, or maybe my favorite Seattle band.
Yeah.
Have you guys seen them play?
Mm.
Oh my god.
You need to do a band conference before you put that out there. You're collecting.
I don't know. I think
I think we've talked about it enough.
Yeah.
Boyfriends. I feel like all of a sudden their name is everywhere, and
Yeah.
I don't know who's in it or where they came
I
from.
know. I worked with Sean Randalls, who's in Boyfriends. We worked at this place called Zudang for like a while until it closed. He's in it, but I don't know the rest. I have yet to see them play. I'm gonna go tomorrow and check it out.
Cool.
Yeah, it's supposed to be some sort of post-punk type thing.
Nice.
Yeah.
I like post-punk type things.
Yeah, me too. Yeah.
What are the other 3 shows you're playing?
So we're playing Saturday at the Nut Hole. There's gonna be a little comedy act before.
Oh, I saw that.
Yeah, and then we play March 18th for Dream Decay's tour kickoff.
Oh, fucking sweet.
Yeah, at Office Space. And then we play the next weekend. Oh no, before that we play with Chastity Belt at the Black Lodge, March 11th, for a benefit for a rock camp. Rain City Rock Camp or something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool.
And I think Pleather's playing that. Right?
Pleather's playing too.
Yeah.
And then there's another one at Office Space.
Those aren't great shows.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they'll be really cool. There's this band, Tough Customer, coming down from Vancouver.
It's a good name.
It is, yeah, it's a great band too. I don't know if you've ever heard the band Other Jesus.
No.
Okay, that's another cool Vancouver band. But
Very cool.
yeah, our friend Katiyun plays in both those bands. But so she asked us to hop on the bill. It's Nail Polish,
Oh,
Tough
yeah.
Customer, Pleather, and then us.
Oh yeah, no, it's funny because I was talking to. So it seems like the folks at Nail Polish only open shows at the Black Lodge, and I fucking can never get there on time.
They don't always open.
Well, for the past little bit.
Recently,
they-
I think they did.
Yeah, and I was
yeah.
I was just asking them. I was like, "Do you have it in your contract that you only will open?" And they brought up that show, and they're like, "We're not opening
You're
that
not
show.
opening,
We're
yeah.
putting in the middle."
Totally.
Because
Yeah.
I just can never I fucking run down there, but I can never make it. On
They're
time.
very.
I'm on time.
You are actually no, you're not on time.
I'm early.
You're always early.
Early to the show, Joe.
Yeah. Do you folks like to drink coffee? Where do you drink your coffee in Seattle? Where do you buy your coffee?
I don't fuck with caffeine.
Oh, I envy you.
It makes me
I don't.
when I do, I'm not well.
I'm
love
like, I'm like, ugh.
I love it. I was at a Japanese dollar store over the weekend.
Daiso?
What?
Daiso?
Yeah, the one in Bellevue. Is that it? No.
Oh, there's a bunch of them. I don't
Okay.
know.
I'm not sure. Anyways, it was in Bellevue, and I had the most fun in like the drink aisle.
Okay.
And I was just like loading up on cans of coffee. None of them were that great, like cans of
Yeah.
iced coffee. None of them were that great, but it's still fun.
That's the Thai iced coffee.
Those are great.
I drank one of those, like a whole one time, and I was wrecked. Like, I had to be alone. I didn't sleep. Like,
Whoa.
yeah, I'm very sensitive to caffeine.
What about the others?
I honestly drink Red Bull.
I was just about to make a joke. I was like, don't ever let Red Bull sponsor your band, but I'm like, that's a stupid joke.
She would be into it.
Yeah.
Get a lifetime
Sugar-free
supply.
or regular? Do you do the
Sugar-free,
gold
sugar-free,
edition?
yeah.
Do you get like the big cans?
No,
Okay,
I
'cause
like
that's-
the,
More
not the
muscle?
tiniest one, but like
Okay.
the next up.
Oh,
Yeah.
so you do what?
It's like
Yeah.
16.9 ounce or something.
I thought it was 12 ounces.
I don't
but
know,
I don't
I'm
know.
just
But anyways,
stupid.
I work like 4 10-hour days, so it's just, I don't know. I drink coffee sometimes, but Red Bull's just faster.
She needs the real shock
Yeah.
system.
Do you have like 5 in your fridge all in like all
I
at once?
wish.
Okay.
No.
I don't
So
know if
it's
you,
like a
crew
last
buy-
minute thing.
Well, because there's some people who like buy them as they drink them, and there's some people like loading up for the week.
No, there was a month that I decided to stop drinking alcohol, and so I got really into drinking Red Bull, and I was going out, and I slammed 4 one night. I thought I was gonna have a
I
heart
drank
attack.
3 in one night
Palpitations.
once, 2 of them within a half hour of each other, and I had a crazy caffeine high for an hour and a half, and then all of a sudden I just my mind was super burnt out and I felt horrible.
But I couldn't close my eyes.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
really weird.
Yeah.
How do you feel about NOS?
I've never
I've
had
never
that.
had that.
I'm super into these things called highballs right
These
now.
guys
that
look like
you get at
trash
the-
to you?
Wait, what'd you say?
I said, these guys look like trash to you?
No.
I do like an all-natural energy drink that I pretend is good for me called highballs that are at the
Oh, I've seen
co-op.
those, yeah.
These things are the shit.
Yeah.
That's all
Oh
I'm saying.
yeah. I've had
Viso.
one
Have you
of
tried
those.
Viso?
No.
What's funny is that you talk shit about coffee, something that's like thousands of years old, and then you're rattling off like energy drinks. Like,
used to-
I'm waiting for you to open up your coat and just having a bunch of them. Like,
I'm actually
I don't
lying.
fuck with caffeine. I
I don't fuck with
energy.
caffeine.
Yeah.
Have you thought about this weird, like Norwegian energy drink? You can only get it at one place. It's a Trader Joe's in Tukwila, but it's not a Trader Joe's.
There's no Trader Joe's.
I just said, but it's not a Trader Joe's.
It's Cost Plus.
What? Cosplay?
Cost Plus. World Market.
Have you ever done cosplay?
No.
Dressed up like Electra. Dressed up like Samson. I don't know.
Sam.
Not opposed to it. I don't know.
I hate cosplay. I fucking
Take
hate
it easy. You just got yourself into this weird hole of complaining about cosplay.
I hate cosplay.
Okay.
It ruins things. Anyways,
Coffee?
Where do I get my coffee?
Yeah.
So I have and have had roommates who work at Cafe Vita, so they always just have bags of coffee at home. When I buy coffee out, I feel like it's more sporadic. Like I don't
Like it's a
It
trade.
doesn't
go out.
matter.
I don't like have a spot that I go out to all the time.
He'll
or-
even drink like gas station coffee.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Coffee.
Yeah.
And corn dogs.
I'm actually. That's not good at all. I'm actually fucking pissed because
Sorry.
so the new house I live at, that's totally not the studio we're in right now. There's a gas station right by, and they don't have coffee.
What?
And it pisses me off because I would love it. Like if it was like, I wish the gas station was 1, 24 hours, 2, sold toilet paper, and 3, sold coffee. It does none of those things.
I used to get my coffee every morning for 75 cents from the bodega underneath my apartment, and I loved it. It was really
That's
delicious.
nice.
Plus, you didn't have to wait in line. You could just like throw quarters at them because they were
Oh,
always on the phone.
Dance. Like throw going.
I mean, they did. Even if they were like paying attention to me, they wouldn't like look at me.
Why are you throwing quarters?
It's fun.
So where do you get your coffee?
I'm really glad you asked. I can finally. address this.
Joseph, I'm sorry. I'm looking at the clock on the
You're
wall.
right.
It's time to
I
go.
love the clock that we have on the wall.
It's a very nice.
it's the only one that's right.
It's antique.
Yep.
Do you know it's steam powered? I fucking hate steampunk.
I know you. As much as you hate cosplay. Actually, I hate steampunk too. Like, I don't care about cosplay, but steampunk I really hate.
If
That's why I don't go to Georgetown.
I like going to Georgetown.
One time I went to one time for Art Walk, and
Well,
there was
there
a
you
ton
go.
of steampunk art on the Art Walk, and it made me very mad. A lot of people wearing goggles and top hats, and it made me upset.
I went to Georgetown a little bit ago. Got some records, got some comics, got some coffee.
No, it's fine. It's
Three
good
of my
during the
favorite-
day.
three-
Just don't
three-
go at night on Art Walk, because that's when all the pipes and the fucking...
The pipes are calling.
Yeah.
All right,
Oh,
I want to thank Casual Hacks. If you live in Seattle and go to shows, you probably have no other choice but to see them. Seeing as though they're playing every show in the foreseeable future. You're going to play the opening of the Mariners game, right?
Totally.
That would
Big
be
time.
amazing
Yeah.
if you guys did the national anthem with
Thanks a lot, folks.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
My name's Danny,
They know our names.
but we have a thing.
Oh, okay. I'm Joseph.
Keep one finger on the pause
Oh,
button.
we haven't done this in a
Yeah, we
while.
haven't done this in a while.
Yeah.
All right, let's do this. What? Let's do it. Okay, keep one finger on the pause button. Oh, no, keep